happened to the men courting and pursuing the women,
Men want to be princess so badly, but then they also want to be the alpha leader. Like, which one is it?
I need to know, is there any guys left that believe in opening the car door for a girl?
Dating is absolutely terrible these days. I don't know what it is, but the courting phase has just ended.
I'm still expecting somebody to hold the door open for me, order my drink.
Men don't care about your personality.
A lot of women are emotionally unavailable and they will not admit it. And that is why relationships are so complex these days, because women will find one thing you do wrong and they'll be like, oh, he, did this, or he didn't open the door. He didn't, chivalry is dead and all men suck. And it's like, you're actually emotionally unavailable.
Ooh.
Interesting.
So I'm carrying a whole order of catering, and obviously my hands are full. And instead of a guy helping me, one of this man just goes, "How heavy is that?" "It's pretty damn heavy, sir."
It's pretty heavy, and I hate that that's the case. But unfortunately, there's a lot of modern women that have made being chivalrous and generous so unbearable that men would rather stay away from the type of foolishness.
Listen, if you're a guy and you want a girl to take you out on a first date, plan it, pay for it, everything, you're a goofy goober. You're a freaking goofy goober.
That's what I'm saying. Whatever happened to hello? Listen, let me take you to dinner. Can I take you out for a date? Now it's like, come chill. Who raised these boys?
I know, right?
Ladies, have you ever said to a man, "Hey, I want to go out to eat," and then you guys go out to eat and the man ends up thinking that you invited him out? This happened to me. I paid for it, but we never spoke again. I took my L. I don't know what you would have done, but I was like, I'm paying, but fuck you.
Well, I was under the impression that whoever invites the other person out on a date, that person pays. That's what I hear a lot of modern women saying. But you're saying it's actually, if he invites me out on the date, then he's paying. But also, if I invite him out on the date, then he's also paying. So that sounds like it's going to be another form of ineffective communication.
Whatever happened to the men courting and pursuing the women? You know how back then they used to go to those little balls and the women would be sitting in the sidelines and the men would go up to them and be like, "Hello, darling, I've been watching you across the hall. Would you like to dance?" And both of them, start dating each other and being consistent because both parties like each other and it was probably healthy. Nowadays you have, women crying in a corner because she's trying to pursue and court the man and making him try to see her worth. And I just feel like it would be so much more healthier if we went back to that, because we wouldn't have all this back and forth, one discording the other one and the other one chasing and courting. It would just be so much more healthy because both parties would actually like each other. They would just be like, "Hello, darling, I've been fancying you for a long time. Let's just go have iced coffee at Starbucks." And the girl would just be like, "Yeah," because both parties like each other. We just need to bring that shit back.
Well, when you have stupid advice going around like the man has to like the woman just even a little bit more for it to work, there is no equality, because that means the person who likes the other person the most is naturally going to do more of the work. And so that other person, which in a lot of these cases is the modern woman, is going to be less inclined to try to put in effort. All they're going to do is sit back in their high chair and talk about, well, you don't communicate enough. You don't provide emotions enough for me. You're not as vulnerable as I would like you to be. All of these other things. But then should a man say, okay, I can work on those things, but you don't seem to be putting any effort into this relationship either. You don't seem to be wanting to learn about cooking and cleaning either. So why am I doing all of this work for you, but you're doing nothing? And then we go back to the age-old question once again. What exactly do you bring to the table as a modern woman?
I need to know, is there any guys left that believe in opening the car door for a girl? being there for her, supporting her, being loyal. Is there any guys that can be loyal anymore? Or any guys that just want the girl they are with and not multiple other girls? I need to know. Is there any of y'all left? Because I cannot find them anywhere.
Short answer is yes, these good men do exist. It's just that most of them are either married or in long-term relationships that they are loyal to, or they're just single. They're either working or they're hanging out at home because they haven't been able to find a woman that appreciates a good man, a woman that wants a partner rather than just another guy to financially support her. And yeah, these are the men that if they were in relationships, they would absolutely be chivalrous. They would open the door for you. They would absolutely be loyal because honestly, you're going to have a hard time convincing them to not be single. They're definitely not going to want to be double not single by having like more than one woman in his life.
What these modern women don't understand is that there are a lot of men out there that are chivalrous, regardless of if they're in a relationship with you. They'll help you regardless of if they're in a relationship with you. They might like you, but they don't let that overshadow the fact that, hey, man, this is another human being. They need help. I think the problem comes in some situations where a man tries to help a woman out, and this modern woman thinks that this man is trying to, in some way, find his, like, he's looking for an angle. What's your angle? Nothing. I just thought that you needed help. Well, I'm strong and independent. I don't need a man. What? I'm just here to help you move. It's like, get out of here. You don't get anything. And that man then spent half of his day, most of his day, using his vehicle to help you out. And you got an attitude for him just because of, oh, I just had a feeling in my gut. Maybe you're constipated. Maybe you're bloated. That might be it. Oh, of course not. That couldn't be it, because that'd be something that you have to fix on yourself.
I don't cook no meal from scratch for no man until I'm a wife. If you hungry, I got some cat. And if you starving, I got some butt.
That's interesting. So I'm not going to do anything for you, but let me tell you what. If you're hungry, you can do something to please me. And if you're starving or whatever it is else that she said, you can do more to please me. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Anything to make a modern woman happy. They're not in the mindset to serve. They're not in the mindset to be cooking and cleaning for nobody, which is exactly why these men, some of these men out here are watching Cooking with Kaya. I tell you, y'all don't want to even look in the direction of the kitchen. Some of these modern women won't even order takeout for their man. Oh, takeout? Does that mean I gotta send an Uber over there? And does that mean I gotta pay fees? No, not gonna do it. If it's something to benefit the man, I'm out. Well, I guess she did say that she's not cooking a meal from scratch, which might indicate that maybe she will actually send this man an Uber. These men have it hard out here, Doc.
Dating in Dallas is honestly trash, but there's one thing that I've noticed about boys from Dallas, Texas in general, could be from anywhere in Texas, in my opinion. They will never let you open a car door. They think it's illegal, I think. And I'm just going to say, that's never happened to me with a Midwest boy. So there's one pro. The bar's low.
Hear me out. Is chivalry dead amongst you guys? Because I'm pretty sure I've met a handful of men that have proven to me that chivalry isn't dead. But no one really knows what it is anymore. No one knows the walking down the street rule, that you should walk on the roadside. No one knows that you should be opening doors. No one knows that you should be pulling the chair out for the woman. It's the most simplest of things, opening the car door. It's got to be so simple, yet it's not done. And I just think, if you want me to be this feminine, submissive woman, make me feel like I can be one, rather than one that I have to take control. I have to take charge. I have to be in my masculine energy just so that you can be in your feminine, basically. Like, I can't be the only one that thinks myself. Chivalry is dead. Hardly any guy seems to think that any of those things are needed anymore. And this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but I feel like the really extreme feminist sort of ruined that. And I'm just like, go away. I don't I want equality, but I also agree that to a certain extent, men have their role and women have their role. I agree with equal pay and all the rest of it, but you know, just think, oh.
Probably one of the most idiotic posts I have seen in a while. Chivalrous men, where are you at? I'm nowhere, according if it has anything to do with you. You have that stupid song, I Can Buy Myself Flowers. Am I hearing that right in the background? That's playing in the background, and you're wondering why men aren't chivalrous, why men aren't taking care of you, and you're saying that you can do all of these things yourself? Is this a joke?
Y'all, dating is absolutely terrible these days. Okay. I don't know what it is, but like the courting phase has just ended. I don't know, but like if you expect a woman to take you seriously, you heart-eyeing her stories is not enough. Okay. Like you sending her a text every now and again is not enough. All right. I'm never going to take you serious. If you compliment me, I'll say thank you. And so please don't think that your thank you is any different than anybody else's if you're not out here actively trying to talk to me. I don't know what's going on, but like you cannot put in zero effort.
You act like I don't even exist. Like, why do I have to always text you first and call you first? Like, why can't you start?
Okay, super unpopular opinion, but I understand the idea that, you know, as a woman, you don't want to feel like you're chasing a man. I totally get it. I don't want to feel that either. But if you hear at the audio, solely the audio, I feel like sometimes we can forget that men want to be validated just as much as women want to be validated. Men want to be reassured as much as women want to be reassured. And I feel like a lot of the times when it comes to conversations about dating, we can end up stripping men from like their humanity because we are expecting them to like give, yet we don't want to reciprocate.
Exactly. And I always appreciated when women say this. It doesn't mean that men are perfect. It just means that you get it. Yeah, we're not going to do a lot of things right. But if I'm expected to put in effort, plan a date, and I don't know you, you're not my wife, you're not my sister, you're not anything to me. We're just two people trying to get to know each other. Okay, plan something for me. All right, I got it. Send me a car. All right, I got it. Okay, pay for the dinner. All right, I got it. That's a huge investment for any person trying to court you, just to be insulted, just to be taken advantage of. There's been times where men, there's one story where a man went to the restroom, and when he got back, the woman had ordered 3 entrees, 3 more entrees and a dessert to go. She had eaten, and then she decided, well, my kids need to eat too. And he had to look at the bill because she wasn't going to tell him. She wasn't even going to tell him, hey, you're going to pay for the bill, but also I'm going to tack on 3 more entrees to the bill. What is that, 15 to 20 bucks each? So for us, it's probably, let's say on the cheaper end, 75 bucks. I've now tacked on potentially 60 bucks, 70 bucks without the tip. So now you're almost out of pocket. That's almost $100 that you're up to. And I'm just going to walk out and be like, well, thanks. I didn't think we had a spark, but I appreciate dinner. You've got to be kidding.
Somebody gonna give her some ruffled feathers, but that's every day. Chivalry, my friends, is dead. Deep six, turning up daisies, the groundhogs are bringing the mail. No pulling out chairs, no opening up doors, no paying for meals, no actually going on a real date. And everybody said, well, where's all the good women? I'm going to tell you, sitting at home, eating popcorn, watching Netflix, or standing outside the car for 15 minutes in the rain because she refuses to get in the car till somebody opens the dang door.
Men want to be princess so badly, but then they also want to be the alpha leader. Like, which one is it? Do you want to be somebody who's this provider and protector and leader and alpha, or do you want to be a baby? Like, do you want to be babied? Go find your boyfriend. Like, I'm sure your alpha is out there if you don't want to be it. Funny how the effect of courting only gets put in when it's dating another woman, though. Like, I don't understand. There are plenty of men who are attracted to men who will court you. I don't know why you want this expectation on women to treat you like a pretty little princess, but then behind closed doors, you want to try to tell her what to do. Take your pick. You can't have both. So many of these men want a traditional woman, or they want these traditional values, but then they don't want to be a traditional man. They don't want to have to be the one that opens the doors. They don't want to have to be the one that has to approach women and ask them out on a date. You literally want your cake and eat it too. And these women are waking up to that. I think that a lot of the time it's just this fantasy that's projected on, like, thinking that you can have these traditional values. You can have a woman that does all of these things for you, that improves your life, makes it better, but then she's also going to contribute financially. Like, we both go to work. Why is someone going to come home and do all of the domestic labor? Why is someone going to come home and do all of the courting? Like, if it's a 50-50 relationship, then make it 50-50. But men don't actually want a 50-50 relationship. They want an 80-20 where the woman does most of the work.
So I guess a man wanting appreciation and gratitude for the things that he does, for maybe not necessarily being the breadwinner of the house, but for his contributions in the house. Now that's sassy. I guess the fact that a man wants the same level of energy and love put back into the home that he gives, that's feminine. I don't understand what kind of TV show these women are watching, because they really believe the stupidity that they're saying. Once again, not all women are like this. We understand that. We men want to make that distinction, right? But there's a lot of modern women out here that are not the same. They don't want to do anything. That's it. Even if a man is protecting and providing, you don't want to do anything. The question time and time again is, what can I expect from you in this relationship? I'm putting the gas in the car. I'm making sure the car is good. I'm outside mowing the lawn and taking out the trash. And, well, you're supposed to do that. Okay. Well, I come inside and I'm cooking. I'm cleaning. I'm washing the dishes. All right. You're supposed to do that. You're an adult. You live by yourself. All right, man. I'm making sure the pantry is stocked. I'm making sure your nails are paid for. Your hair is paid for. You want a little something from the mall. I got you. You're hungry at work. I send you a little something. You're supposed to do that if you love a girl. It's the bare minimum. Okay. But what can I expect from you? Can you get me some shoes? Can you get me some sandals? Can you get me some flip-flops? Can I at least get a Snickers bar? The fun size ones. Something to show me that you have some interest in me. You don't want to do that. Y'all think that's sassy. Y'all think y'all just supposed to sit up there and be lazy. And you know what? Y'all probably don't think about it as lazy, but receiving and not giving, it'd be one thing if a man were to give you something and you were actually multiplying it for the family. Like if a man says, okay, here's my check. I'm not a financial guy. Do your thing. And he gives you the check and he comes back a couple of weeks later. It's like, why are the lights off? Well, you gave me the check. I thought it was for me to go get my nails done. $2,000? That was to pay the bill. Well, I'm sorry. You didn't specify. I went and spent it on my nails. Don't you think my hair looks cute? Did you at least buy any groceries? Oh, man, you know what? Next time you give me the check, I'll do that. That's what I'm saying. These modern women are receiving and not using any common sense behind what they got going on.
Men don't care about your personality.
I would go so far as to say there are actually probably quite a few men out there that genuinely do care about a woman's personality, but I understand making all-encompassing statements like this does get attention.
They don't care about your dreams, your goals, what you want to achieve in life, your likes, your dislikes.
There is something to be said about the phrase, a person is who they attract.
Men do not care about you as a person.
Like I said earlier, exactly what type of men is one normally hanging around?
They care about what you can offer them.
Well, conversely, the same thing could be said about a lot of women in regards to their feelings towards men in general, but I think we've already covered that subject several times.
They care about if there's something in it for them. That's why men usually don't do things unless they're going to get something out of it.
Let's make this statement more correct then, shall we? Selfish individuals, no matter what the gender happens to be, don't do things for other people unless they can get something out of it. There. Fixed it.
That's about it. I appreciate it, Lady J. These modern women don't seem to understand that you are dating or you're messing around with selfish individuals. and you're going to get the same result. The fact that you're trying to change them and they continue to be the same way that they are means they're not going to change, and you should find somebody else. But sometimes modern women are too stubborn and they want what they want. So you want what you want, and you're going to get what you get, whether it's a pro or it's a con. That's it. That's just my opinion. See you guys in the next video. I'm out.